Now, real estate is still one of those areas that many investors feel comfortable to put their money in. Maybe we believe a lot in brick and mortar, but how we do it is sometimes not the best way. And that's why today we want to find out how this entrepreneur has managed to build his real estate empire, where he began from, and where he stands today.
I'm Kemudu George Adubango, popularly known as KG Adubango. I'm the proprietor of KG Adubango Construction and Engineering Works Limited. That is the construction company we have. And I have a hotel called Gulf Apartment and Entertainment Center Limited. I was a photographer. I started when our beloved president came into leadership. I got an opportunity when the president brought the decentralization of governance. Then everything was being done here. So when the president came into leadership, he came up with the position that all P7 leavers should have passport and sit exams when they have passport. So from there, I saw an opportunity there. When I came out of school and I found that there are no photographers in Nebi. It was only one person, certain Muzei, called Muzei Ondoga. Then I took it up. From there, the issue of taking photographs of P7 candidates came in. Then we divided Nebi into two. I took part of Jonam and part of Nebi. Muzei Ondoga took Okoro and part of Nebi. So I performed very well. I got some little money in that photography. Then I went with that money. I had some 2 cows with my father. I went and got the 2 cows. Then I slaughtered. I added on the money I got from photography. Then I opened a small shop in Parombo Trading Center. Now from Parombo Trading Center, I continued with that retail shop. Again, the decentralization of governance came during our beloved President Yoweri Museveni's time. I also used that opportunity. They gave the opportunity to the local people to supply building materials in the district local government, to supply scholastic material. And I was the first person to bring photocopying machine, because by then everything was manual. There was a lot of photocopying machine. So I took it upon myself to buy a photocopying machine, and the first person who got photocopying machine in the whole of West Nile was me. I was even receiving photocopying work right away from Moyo, Adjumani, Arua. We would do here, and then they carry on their vehicle, they go back. And then I started supplying scholastic material to the district. I started supplying building materials and other furnishers. I was in that business. So when I continued with that business, then there was construction work, whereby people were coming from across the Nile to come and do construction work in Nebi here, and the whole of West Nile. By then, people were not really in construction. Then I said, why don't I go into construction? So when I went into construction, I got an engineer, some 2 engineers. We started buildings, some of them in the district local government. We started constructing district bridges in different districts, Arua, Nebi, and other building works. So that thing pushed me to this level you are seeing me now. So it came a time in 2003. That's when I got some challenges in business. There was a lot of here ups and downs. But something happened in our life. There was Enterprise Uganda. They came in Nebi. They organized the first training for business people, and they selected us, not only in Nebi, up to Adjumani. There are others who came from Koboko, Arua, Nebi. We were there. So these people, by the time they came, they talked to us. At first, I was already having some challenges in business. They wanted us to join that training. I was first of all reluctant. I didn't want to join the training. Now, they convinced me. I joined the training. They went through with us for 2 weeks, and it was not an easy training. Day and night, no sleeping. And that thing again came and turned my future. So I came back, reorganized myself with their advice. We started business. First of all, when we were moving on with the construction, I decided now to also do hotel. Hotel has been doing well. You can see my building here. Before COVID, we were working on it, but when COVID came, we got a very big blow. And for now, it's not all that well. We are just struggling to get only money for paying the workers to maintain them around. So there is a very big challenge in hotel business. And really, I request the government, they should not look only at the hotels in town, in the city or big towns. Even us who are in these small towns, we are having these chokes. The chokes is there. So if really something can be done for the hotel people, because at the end of the day, here also we need to make people to sleep. But in real sense, hotel is not a bad venture. If it had not been the issue of COVID and this confusion of Ukraine and Russia, things have gone down. Why I'm still continuing with the business, it's not easy, but there are certain things you need to follow. You need to have financial disciplines. Whatever you are doing, you should know to differentiate with your money and the business money. Out of all this I've done, at least I thank God. I've put some investment which you are seeing, like this hotel. My advice is the youth should come up. We shall not remain youth all for the rest of our life.
Well, we now share with you tips, thoughts of wisdom on how you can make investments.
I would like to see a country where people start sustainable businesses, where people do what is in the inside of them. I think one of the greatest challenges, this one I keep mentioning it, people end up doing things they are not. Somebody just sees you starting a hotel, and then they want to start a hotel. Somebody just sees me thriving in schools and wants to go to schools. So you should do what you are. That thing that doesn't run out of your heart is what you should aim at. Majorly, and most times, when you do what is in the inside of you, it always prosper. It always grow. It always impact very many others around you, and it will make a country a better place to live in. What I have to tell my fellow Ugandans is that things have changed. We all need a lot to live, yet sometimes the resources are not that enough. So we need to embrace the issue of budgeting, either at a corporate, at an institutional, at a household level, or a personal level. We need to sit down and analyze all our major expenses. You need to sit down and understand what are our priorities. You as an individual, what are your priorities as a family? Because life has become more expensive and we all need to live. And sometimes we are going to live longer than you expect. So it's good, such a time that people need to sit down and analyze what they have and how better can they make, how best can they make out of whatever they have. Another issue maybe I want to talk about is we have all gone to schools. We have learned to do the different vocations we are doing. But many of us have invested time to understand how to use money. Yet money cuts across in all our lives. Either you're a professor, you're a doctor, you're an engineer, you will need money. And you must invest some time to learn how to manage money.
Now, the hand hoe, this we have used for generations. And a number of people are pointing at the curse that this has done to the agriculture subsector. When we talk about mechanization and improvement of agriculture, now this is where we start, in the garden. And today, we're looking at the innovations that are being done here and how they can be utilized in agriculture.
My name's Fred Rukandwa Msasizi from Sasaka Africa Association. There's a number of technologies that we are trying to show the farmers. These are time and labor-saving technologies that farmers can utilize to address issues of drudgery, post-harvest losses, quality And we're encouraging farmers to utilize these technologies. This tiller, it has the tool on that gang. It's a gang. It has a double gang. Then there's this lever here. What does this one do? It will do the plowing, or what we normally call the tilling. Okay? It can do the weeding. How do you do the weeding? You change the tool, the tool tool, and you put a weeding tool. It can also do ridging, where I was talking about making that leveling, whatever I was calling it. So you can do the ridging in the field. Why do you do the ridging? For example, the Irish potato farmers, they always ridge there's a way they make furrows in the field, and they plant on the furrows. So you can use that lever to do that, to ridge. It is so easy to use. Ladies and gentlemen can use. So it's gender sensitive. A group of youth or an individual can acquire it, and then you offer services to the community. An individual can acquire one, and then they will offer services to the rest of the farmers. This is another way of earning money. It's another way of creating jobs in the communities. Acquire this, offer services to the rest. By the end of the season, you have some money from plowing, from weeding, from ridging. Now that is a jab planter. It's a double barrel planter. Okay. Double barrel because it has two barrels, and at the end of it, it has what we call the beak. Okay. Yeah, there are two passages. Now one is for seed and the other one is for fertilizer. It can plant any seed, maize, soybean, cowpeas, beans, granules, cotton seed. So you can use it to plant the different seeds. How do you plant the different seeds? It has what we call the seed rollers. The seed rollers have different sizes. So depending on which seed you are going to plant, you insert the right seed roller. Okay. This is where you change the seed roller from. This one here. You remove this using a screwdriver. Remove this. Insert the right seed roller. Okay. Put the seed here. Put the fertilizer here. Okay. Then go to the field. And before you go to the field, it's always good to test to see how many seeds are coming out. And this one here will help us with the spacing. Okay, you can push it back. Okay, you want to space, pull it out. You can even add kind of a poker, what we call a poker, depending on the spacing you want. And then you will go ahead and plant.
Okay.
So you have to be sure that when you plant, it's going to be planting. And SF2, we call it SF2 solar pump. It uses that foldable solar panel. We use that foldable solar panel to run the surface pump. So we have the suction line. We are assuming this is the water source. It can be a well, it can be a spring, it can be a shallow well, it can be a river, it can be a stream, a lake. Okay? And then this one you can make it as long as you want, but not more than 100 meters. Okay? And distributing water, you can distribute either directly using the hose pipe, or you can fix sprinklers the way you are seeing this one here. Okay? Now this is a simple demonstration of cabbage where there's also mulching. And why are we mulching? To conserve water in the ground. Okay? So after setting up, you fix the cable, you switch on. So long as there's sunshine, it will operate. It's a very simple technology that farmers can use, especially for high-value crops. This one, you can grow crops throughout the year, irrespective of whether there is rain or there is sunshine. If we are to go commercial, we need to utilize some of these technologies. It's what will make us become commercial farmers.
Thank you for being good company. Thank you for watching Money and Markets. I've been your host, Charles Boji, but I'd like to keep the conversation going. We are on our YouTube channel. You can find these and more stories. But even then, we have those feedback platforms where you can send us any questions, comments, or suggestions. Now, from me and team, I'd like to wish you a very good evening. God bless.